Special Counsel Robert Mueller is set to testify before a pair of powerful House committees next week. The Democratic chairman of the Judiciary and Intelligence Committees insists every member, Democrat and Republican, is going to get a chance to question Mr. Mueller. But simple math proves that's actually kind of impossible. 41 members on the Judiciary Committee, 5 minutes apiece. That easily surpasses the 3-hour time window they set for Mueller's testimony. And now some members are raising the alarm for fear they're going to get shut out entirely, among them Florida Congressman Greg Steube.
I came from a state legislature, served 8 years in the state legislature in Florida, and I chaired the Florida Senate Judiciary Committee in a state where there's 22 million people, and never as the chairman of the Florida Senate Judiciary Committee would I have ever disallowed members of my committee, in the minority or in the majority, to not have the opportunity to question a witness of such import as Bob Mueller.
Joining me right now is Congressman Steube himself. Congressman, we heard what you said, and you have some reservations, some concerns here, right? That the Democrats on your committee are going to be deciding on some of the timing and the questioning structure for next week, and you're fearful, and I think you have a right to be, that Republicans, who, by the way, deserve to know a lot from Mueller too, are going to get shut out. Are you getting any more clarity on it tonight?
Yeah, as of last week, only the top minority members on each side of the aisle were going to have the opportunity to speak. Now we're being told that we have 3 hours, an hour and a half aside. So it appears, as of we stand here today, that all the Republicans will have the opportunity to ask Mr. Mueller questions, and there's probably 4 Democrats are not going to have the opportunity to ask questions. So at this point, you're still not going to have every member of the Judiciary Committee able to ask questions, and some members may not want to ask questions. They want to yield their time to somebody else.
What do you want to ask?
Well, I think the American people are looking to, how did we get where we are today? Was the fact that a warrant was issued by the FISA court, an unverified document that was promulgated by an opposing political party, the Steele dossier, was that how we got to where we were? And you, Mr. Mueller, did you investigate the precipice of that? And if there was somebody that swore to the authenticity of that document and got a warrant based on the fact that they swore that it was verified, why didn't you investigate them and file charges on them for swearing an unverified document?
What do you think he'll tell you?
I'm sorry?
What do you think he'll tell you? I mean, I think that's the, by the way, that's the the million-dollar question, right? I mean, were we actually seeing a real Watergate on steroids kind of thing?
Right, and here's a guy who had
go ahead.
Yeah, and here's a guy who had a press conference saying he doesn't want to testify before Congress, and if he does, he's not going to testify outside of the 4 corners of his report. So he could just stand up there after every question and say, it's in my report. If it's not included in my report, and then I'm not going to make a comment. I mean, we have no idea how he's going to answer questions because we're not in the majority.
Or do you think he'll say that wasn't my mandate? That wasn't what I was supposed to be looking into?
I'm sure he'll have some excuse as to why he didn't go that way, but the law allows him to do that if he is found through his investigatory process that the law had been broken. He absolutely could go there, and that's how he was able to charge other people throughout this investigation for completely unrelated crimes to the Russian.
Well, the Attorney General's going there.
Yeah, and I hope we get to hear that investigation and the IG investigation, the results of that very soon.
All right. I hope so too. I hope so too. And I hope you do get to ask a lot of probing questions of Mueller, and I hope he's forthcoming, because I agree with you. The American people do deserve